How's it going, everybody? Ah, Jesus, fuck. I never do this with headphones on. Damn it. 5 seconds into this, I've already ripped my headphones out of my computer. Anyways, it's Prazi here, back with another video. And today I wanted to talk about something I've noticed of late on the old interwebs, and it's officials either from governments or various organizations that are sort of pretending like Taiwan doesn't exist or they've never heard of Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Just about everyone's heard of Taiwan, especially the people in these positions, and it's really cringy, funny, weird, but it's also really scary to see this kind of thing happen, and it really matters, and I wanted to talk about why that is. And I first wanted to kind of react and look at a clip of a Hong Kongese interviewer who's interviewing a senior member of the World Health Organization, which has come under fire lately for not allowing Taiwan any participation or any involvement with it pretty much whatsoever. It's a Canadian guy, Bruce Allyward or something. I don't know. He's an epidemiologist, EpiPen. He's an EpiPen. And he basically has this interview with this Hong Kongese journalist, and it's the funniest thing ever. So let's check that out.
Consider Taiwan's membership. Hello?
Sorry, I can't hear. I couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah. Let me repeat the question.
No, that's okay. Let's move to another one then.
Oh man, this poor interviewer. Like, say something, dude. Like, he fucking broke him. She's broken this poor man. Like, he's just come back from war with shell shock or something.
Consider Taiwan's membership.
I couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah.
He just stares at the screen. The thing that shocks me about this is that he's a senior member of the World Health Organization, and you'd figure that he'd be asked about this or he'd have some kind of pre-planned response. It's just so cringy. I feel so bad for her. She's just that one expression she has when she's trying to ask the question again, but she's just kind of like, because it's obviously not an internet problem. Like, obviously it could lag. They might be talking over long distances or whatever, but it's clearly not lag.
I'm actually curious on talking about Taiwan as well, on Taiwan's case.
Dude, hangs up the goddamn phone. Look at her. Oh no. He hangs up the phone, and what you're basically doing at that point is hanging up on the entire island of Taiwan. Like, he has no response to these questions, which is ridiculous. And it's just the incompetence here. I was gonna call him dumb, but he's not dumb, because clearly, like, if you look at his Wikipedia page, he's a career Jesus Christ, he's a disease guy. And he's dealt with a bunch of other diseases like polio and stuff like that in the Middle East, and he's done quite a lot of good things. So he's not dumb. What I can't understand is how he was completely not ready for these questions at all, and then hangs up the phone. Like, you just leave the conversation. Anyways, it goes on. It's brilliant. So she calls him back to try to give him like another chance to answer the question.
And I just want to see if you can comment a bit on how Taiwan has done so far in terms of containing the virus.
Well, we've already talked about China.
So this is like a typical response if Taiwan is brought up consistently during these times, and I can't say, you know what I'm talking about, I gotta put on my blinders here, my demonetized blinders here. You like that shit? I put the dollar signs with the shh, because they're losing money if they talk about it. So fucking edgy. They have to say that, like we've talked about China before, because they have to follow along with China's rhetoric, whereas Taiwan is a part of China. Otherwise, they lose pretty much all bankroll from the Chinese government. And that's kind of why this happens, because, you know, various governments have a lot of trade deals with China. Almost every government does now. And including the World Health Organization makes a lot of money from China. And so if they recognize Taiwan or they acknowledge Taiwan in any way, they're going to lose a whole ton of support. Clearly, he's you know, a China sympathizer, I guess we could say, or he backs up China's claims.
If I had COVID-19, I want to be treated in China.
And that's kind of a scary thing, because you are called the World Health Organization, and you're leaving out. How many people are in Taiwan?
23 million.
23 million people. You're leaving out 23 million people you know, from this organization, which Taiwan could have benefited from greatly. But you know what? It doesn't even matter because Taiwan is dealing with it a hell of a lot better than other countries are. And so I want to say they needed your help, but they don't. They're doing a way better job. Another example of this has happened a few months ago, and I know I'm kind of late to the party. This whole interview here was a week ago, but I was on vacation. I'm not a newsologist person, leave me alone. Was my own Prime Minister, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, was asked questions about Taiwan from this guy, Michael Cooper, who's part of the Conservative Party.
Taiwan. This is a question about Taiwan. The health and safety of Canadians depends on an effective, internationally coordinated response to coronavirus. Taiwan has identified 5 such cases. So, does the government support the inclusion of Taiwan in international discussions about the virus? Again, Taiwan, yes or no?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. As we did during the time of the SARS virus, we support Taiwan's meaningful participation.
Oh, they're so animated.
Especially when its presence provides important contributions to the global public good. We believe that Taiwan's role as an observer in World Health Assembly meetings is in the best interest of the international health community and also is an important partner in the fight.
So yeah, I mean, it's a response. It's just not a particularly good one. I mean, at least it's better than just staring at the camera for 10 seconds. China plays a very dirty game when it comes to Taiwan. They'll oust out countries. They won't include other countries in the massive amount of money they're making lately. If they talk about Taiwan, if they acknowledge Taiwan, if they work with Taiwan, if they've got trade deals with Taiwan. And that's a really difficult thing for Taiwan to contend with because, of course, China is so huge now. And that's kind of why you're seeing this happen again and again. It's a really awkward question to be asked. It's scary to think that this actually happens, that you know, the world is just playing by China's rules. But you have to understand, like, it makes sense, right? Like, if you guys probably agree with Taiwan, I think obviously some of you might support China, but I think a lot of you agree with Taiwan. And you might say it in the comment section, but if I offered you $1 billion to change your mind, or at least say you've changed your mind, you'd probably take the $1 billion, right? And that's exactly what these governments are doing, these officials of these various organizations are doing, because the money is really important, and unfortunately Taiwan really has kind of lost its importance because of the soft power game that China's playing. Anyways, it's sad, it's scary, I wish it didn't happen. The best I can do is laugh about it and make memes about it, I guess, because I'm a piece of shit and I've got no answer to the whole situation. But anyways, it is time now to read the top comment from last week's video. And last week's video was about what I cannot understand about Taiwan. It was a lot of fun to make, and go check that out. You can click on the top right-hand corner of the screen. And last week's top comment comes from Dragonov3141596. Wow, okay, I guess, what's that old joke? 3141592 was taken. And he or she says, as a Taiwanese, I didn't realize that there are so much negative words about eggs until you mentioned it. It's quite amusing. I guess it's one of those things coming from the outside. As a foreigner, you start to notice these things that Taiwanese people grew up with, and so it's never really something that you'd think about. And also in that video, it did make a mistake because a lot of the examples of egg negative connotations I made aren't actually said in Taiwan. It's more of a mainland Chinese thing. Although, having said that, there is a pretty substantial list of egg-related negative connotations that are said in Taiwan. I just didn't mention them in that video, and a few of you pointed that out, and thank you very much for doing so. But yeah, the Chinese language is a lot of fun. There's a lot of deep meaning behind a lot of these things, and it's really fun to learn about, but it's really also really hard, and I'm lazy, and I gotta do better at studying because my Chinese is really terrible. Anyways, with all that being said, stay positive, keep your stick on the ice, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. And please subscribe, it really helps out my channel. Alan.
Yeah?
This video's not 10 minutes yet, you gotta do something.
Do you want to hear a joke?
Okay.
Do you hear about the two cannibals eating a clown?
No.
One says to the other one, does this taste funny to you? Funny, like, does it taste funny? It's a clown, it's supposed to be funny. Do you want another joke?
What?
Do you want another joke?
I think that's funny.
You get it?
No?
Like, does this steak taste funny to you?
Is the clown eating the other clown?
No, it's a cannibal.
He's eating two
You didn't
clowns.
pay attention to the start of the joke. The two cannibals.
Yeah.
Do you know what's a cannibal?
Yeah, a person eats another humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating a clown.
There's two of them.
Two cannibals eating a clown.
Oh, because the others. Yeah, okay, I
One
understand.
cannibal says to the other cannibal.
Because clowns are supposed to be funny.
Does this taste funny to you?
This is now an 11-minute video. Thanks.